Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, for the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 5 taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Davis. And he's stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking to throw. It's Retzlaff. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all... Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
I'll be seeing this correctly. The field goal unit is out there on first down. Yeah, I have no idea what the thinking is here. No problem. Knocks it right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here. Makes it 3-0. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Picks up some blocks. Can he make it? Touchdown, Wildcats. He just sprints into the end zone. That is an unforgettable moment for that kick return. A touchdown in a playoff game.
Great blocking to set this return up. And, of course, you can see his natural instincts as a runner. Once he got through that initial surge from the coverage unit, nobody's going to stop him from scoring.
Kick goes through, so it's 7-3. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Bringing it out, it's Davis. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. And now the handoff. In the clear at the 25. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Breaks loose at the 45. And a big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to the 39.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Short connection to the tight end here. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
BYU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go. And he's got his man open downfield. Touchdown, Brigham Young. This quarterback on fire today. So they find the reliable tight end, and he makes the defense pay that time.
You know, the receivers a lot of times get most of the attention, but don't forget about how potent a tight end can be. When you've got a player like this who can run routes, you've got a serious weapon that they can utilize, and they just did right there.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. First down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Makes a quick grab. And they bring him down quickly, but that's a solid gain on the short throw. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Handoff here from the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Dropping back. It's Fafita. Throws it to the right. He's got it for a big gain. And he goes down after a solid gain on the play. That's enough for a fresh set of downs for this offense.
That's a great play by this offense to keep the drive alive, and a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
This Arizona offense is moving quickly down the field. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Touchdown, Arizona. Made the defense look slow that time.
Boy, the timing and the execution is outstanding here by this offense. Quarterback makes the easy throw, but the blocks out in front of this receiver were the key to get him out into space and allow him to utilize that speed.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. This one will be fair caught. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn on the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
He went backwards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And the junior decides to pick up the 1st down himself.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play actions, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the Cougars come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Play action here on first down. Looking for his big tight end. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. At the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, so it's 21-10. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. And they recover from that right now. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. There's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
It's an out route. The catch made. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice game. They're getting closer to the 50.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Looking to dial up the pressure. Let's see if they bring the house. Dropping back. It's Retzlaff. Launching it downfield. The ball is picked off. Goes down quickly, but comes up with a nice interception. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. Let's see if they keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. He's found some room at the 45. They finally get him down at the 10-yard line. Sets up a first and goal. What a play. Well, they finally corral him, but he was untouched at the line of scrimmage. Kirk just burst through a big crease.
I'm going crazy on my defense. Like you said, this guy was untouched. I don't know how they were able to finally catch up to him and bring him down, but there's no excuses at all from the defense after a play like that.
Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up 2nd and goal. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. So a huge play to start the drive and get in scoring position. But now it's 3rd and goal. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Chris, 3rd down here, they throw the football, which I have no problem with down inside his 10-yard line. But the big thing is the quarterback has got to do a better job working through his progressions to give himself a chance. The last thing he wants to do is take a sack, and now they're facing 4th down.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. To throw, it's Retzlaff. And he lofts it deep over the middle. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, BYU. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
And the quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They lose yards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 16. There's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. The pass rush closing in. And that's just thrown away. I don't think he's going to get away with that. Yeah, here comes the flag. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. On the run here, lets it go. And he dumps it off to the tight end.
Great job here by the defense. 3rd down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force his 4th down. Great job here by the D.
Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. And the returner is brought down. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a 1st down and keep the drive going.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the 1st down marker is, picking up the 1st down.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Oh, that's a play you dream about as a defender. He gets penetration and times that hit up perfectly in the backfield.
That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Can he take it all the way? Past the 20. Crosses the 10. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. And a pick 6. A monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. Receiver in motion now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the left side. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
The shotgun handoff here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looking to pass. It's Retzlaff. Looking to scramble. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. He's got some room and some blockers here. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the defense joins the party with a pick six.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with a ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
Going after it, not quite through. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. That's caught. It's Hill.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Pass caught. Second down now. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He's looking to make a play deep downfield. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. Going to have to make some adjustments there, and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Breaks loose at the 45. It's a big gain across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Back to pass. It's Fafita. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking to throw it again. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. Tackle made after a big gain. They attack the deep middle of this defense, come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And he'll set up to throw. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he knocks through the PAT. Now they get set to kick it away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Looking to throw. It's Retzlaff. He'll take a deep shot here. There's another interception, but we're losing track. Going the other way. Can they stop him? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, what a great call here by this defense. They're playing man coverage. The free safety kind of roaming the middle of the field. Uses his eyes to be able to read the quarterback and really anticipates the throw to come up with that interception.
Lofting it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Looking for the wide out. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. They're in a hole here before the... And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Oh, my gosh. Would he love to have that one back. Open receiver downfield, and he misses him. That's where you go back to the receiver and say, hey, man, that one's on me. I'm coming right back to you.
Caught over the middle. It's Davis. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
And he'll drop back here on third down. And here comes a deep shot. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Brigham Young. Just ran away from the defense.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tuttle. The returner coughs up the football inside their own 20.
Oh, boy. The kick returner catches a break. His teammate was able to recognize the ball on the ground and immediately made a heads-up play to get on top of it.
Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. Let's see how the offense plays it here. Not much time remaining if they want to get a chunk play, put him in scoring position before the half. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. When they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
Point after, up and good. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. The offense bracing here for a heavy blitz. First down, looking to throw the football. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally
going for a big play downfield. Oh, almost another interception. Can you believe it? He's going to bring up third down.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Let's it fly to the wideout. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Arizona offense back out on the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Arizona.
Chris, that's his 2nd touchdown of the day. You talk about getting off to a great start. He may have more in it.
Extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the returner decides to signal fair. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Just gets it away, taking a shot. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Play action fake. Looking to throw. The sure hands. It's Roberts. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. One more play before they head to the locker room. First down, looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him. And the pass falls incomplete in the final play of this first half. The Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Cougars will kick it deep to begin the 2nd half. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's tackled at the 25, same spot it would have been, and he left it in the end zone. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments, come up with a stop here? The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Scanning the field. It's Fafita. Bringing pressure. Contact as he let the ball go. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Because much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, there you go, defense. Listen, it's not been a great day for these guys, but this time they stepped up and took out some of that frustration. Nice play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. And he fires the football to the right side. Receiver makes the grab inside the 15. Touchdown, Wildcats. And this one is getting ugly. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Looks right for a quick completion. Tackles made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Powers through. Hard running through a tackle. And a big gain across midfield moves the ball inside the enemy 40-yard line. BYU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking downfield, it's Retzlaff. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, BYU. This offense is still clicking.
Chris, how about the call here with the wheel route? The running back, we know he can run the football, but here he shows his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, and that wheel route is tough on a defense. Sometimes the back can get lost. Here he catches it and finds his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. He'll get into the end zone again. They beat him after the touchdown with a 2-point try to cut into this lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Bringing it out, it's Hunter. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
We finally see a changeup from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down.
With this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
It's a shotgun run call. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. Offense in hurry-up mode. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And he's going to fire this one deep down the middle. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the 2nd half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Retzlaff. The pocket breaking down. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Takes the handoff, looking to throw. Looking to make a big play downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. It can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Escapes the pocket. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Fires it to the wideout. And the junior quarterback inaccurate that time, threw it behind the receiver. Completion makes it second down. To the air, it's Retzlaff. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now third down coming up.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. The next tip ball could be going the other way.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. And they tackle him right there, but that is a turnover.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Snags the quick throw. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Short pass finds the tight end. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the third quarter.
BYU 32.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Dropping back, it's Fafita. Going for his running back. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Brought down, it crosses midfield to the 46. Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today.
He's picked for a third time tonight. Going the other way, can they catch him? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play, try to get in the end zone, maybe get an onside kick.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short game.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Brigham Young.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
Automatic on the PAT. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. BYU 39. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. Here comes the up-tempo offense. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Now juke to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
To the air, it's Fafita. Receiver makes the grab, and he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, why not, Chris? Here we are in the 4th quarter. It's 3rd down. This guy's been making plays all game long. Go back to him again, and it works out.
And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. He has first down yardage at the 46.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whatever we feel like doing.
It's a 1st and 10 play.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory.
Got it.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive.
Lion. Lasso. Lasso.
They call the counter run here. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around